Hello and welcome back to Atlantia. Here we are again for our second campaign down underwater. How are you guys feeling?
Yeah, scared.
Scared?
Scared, that's it.
Good.
The world almost ended last time.
Cool. So we have, everyone back from the first time round except Simon, unfortunately, who couldn't make it, but we'll try our best to go on without him.
We all need to sneak in his honour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time we
Some
sneak,
point.
Supreme.
we have to just think of Simon.
Try to find some smoke in a bottle.
So I think if we just reintroduce ourselves, so just your name, where you're from, and I want one interesting fact about the sea, just in general,
So why do you keep doing this?
because it's fun. It's like a little icebreaker.
Is-
All right, start here.
Hi, I'm Debbie. I'm from Germany. And fun fact, we are very close to the sea, right here.
That's true. We are on the coast
That is a fact.
of Germany. That is a good point. Okay.
Hi, I am Callum. I'm from Scotland. And a fact about the sea is that I grew up next to the sea.
Okay.
It's true of
It's
the
all
sea.
going to be our
Yeah,
locations.
that's
relative to
100%.
the
There you
sea.
go.
I see.
Hi, I'm Oliver. I am partly Scottish. I was born in Germany. And I grew up next to the sea.
Is that generally your fact?
Did everyone grow up
I'll-
next to the sea?
To be fair, I did grow up by the sea, but
We're all
we'll
sea
get there.
people.
We're
So,
all sea people.
my name's Jonny. Don't call me Jonathan, but Jonny is the main one. So I'm Jonny. I'm from Scotland, and an interesting fact of the sea, one that actually is interesting, unlike the ones.
Excuse me.
Uh,
You're really
there's
setting
some
this up.
There's some parts of the sea where there's a mix of salt and fresh water, and if it's particularly in a cold part of the world, when it starts to freeze, the cold water that is regular starts to freeze, but the salt water doesn't. Then it leads to a slushiness at the top. So it's a sort of half-frozen water that's kind of slushy, which is quite interesting.
I did not know that.
Amazing.
That's,
Yeah, there we go.
That is a good
So
fact.
interesting.
And that's
I'm
It's
like-
better than
I'm
I grew up
interested.
next to the
I'm
sea.
so
And
intrigued.
3 said that. Come on.
and that's
And
actually
I grew up next to the sea.
That's how slush puppies are made.
That's exactly how slush puppies
No
are
one
made.
knows about this.
Yeah.
I'm absorbed.
People are not talking about it, but
Yeah, that's it. They go and they collect it in batches, definitely. Yeah.
With all the salt in it.
Well,
Okay.
my name is Desi, I'm from Germany too, and I actually have a fun fact. And that is, sea is a false friend in English and German, because sea is a lake
In German.
in German.
See is a lake.
Don't get that
Okay.
mixed up.
Yeah.
amazing.
That's
They
kind of interesting. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah,
No
yeah.
problem. Cool. Thank you very much. Okay. So,
What's your fact?
Yes.
Who are you?
oh, I haven't introduced myself. That's a good point. My name's Ross. I'm from Scotland, and I'm gonna be the GM here. Oh, do you want me to have a fact about the sea?
Yes.
Oh, I guess
Uh-huh.
I'm-
You're throwing us
is
under
that
the
only fair?
And after that, we want a fact about fish.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had
Well,
one last year.
tough. This game isn't fair. I make the rules. So,
Do you? though? Do you?
We'll see.
Oh, oh,
We'll
oh.
see.
terrible. Okay, so let's dive straight in. Pun intended. Storm. Waves crashing against cliffs. Thunder and lightning. Rain pelting down on top of the cliffs. City built from white stone. Something almost Greek about the architecture. We go through the buildings, up a slope to the grandest building there. Kind of resembles the Parthenon with the columns on a grand scale, and engraved into the stone are depictions of ships and seafaring voyages and sea creatures of all kinds and types. We go into the building and we find a grand assembly around a large stone table. Two figures sit at the head of the table. male and female, and there are maybe 10 others sitting around this table, and they are all looking quite solemn and wearing sort of robes of kind of light different colours, and you see that they are all sea elves. And the two figures at the head are wearing sort of grander clothing than the rest of them. Suddenly bursting into the room, a figure screaming, "You've brought doom upon us all! This, I have foreseen this moment, and you have done nothing about my warnings." And the figures at the head of the table reply, "It is merely a storm. There's nothing that we haven't weathered before. There is no reason to evacuate the city on a whim of some mad woman. I am the Oracle of Atlantis. This is the day that our island will sink into the sea." And with that, a crash of lightning, louder than any before, strikes the building. The doors are flung open, and a mighty crack is heard as the whole island that they're on suddenly shifts. And the figures around the table realise that the Oracle was correct, and this seems to be happening right in this moment. She turns round in a scornful look, rushes out the door, transforms into a raven, and flies to a waiting ship nearby that's battling with the elements. Outside in the sea, it's not just waves and nature. There are figures made of water, gigantic, and some smaller than others, some feminine, some masculine, some you're not sure what, some sea creature-like figures rising up and smashing against the island and bringing it down into the sea. Gods of the ocean are acting out their wrath on Atlantis, or they took nature into their own hands and changed the tides and the winds into their favour. And the gods have taken that as a slight against them, bringing down the island into the sea. We see one of the figures, biggest, with a watery trident in, look down at the ship in the ocean that flew to and was ready to leave the island as she believed it was doomed to fall on this day, and not wanting to let anyone escape, goes to strike down the ship. But another minor goddess rises up, knowing that the Oracle was the one that was on the god's side and warned Atlantis about this coming doom, wanting her to escape, gets in the way and tries to stop Poseidon's trident from striking the ship down. But Poseidon's trident is too strong and goes through this goddess, strikes the ship, and banishes them both to the depths of the ocean. $1,881 years later. In the year 1882, because the tidal wave that was created by the sinking of Atlantis reached all shores of the Atlantic Ocean, north and south, and this cataclysmic event was recorded as year 0 in the calendar. Eventually, Atlantia was built on the ruins of old Atlantis that sunk into the sea. And then sometime after that, King Atlar established the dome of air that encapsulated Atlantia. So, we find ourselves in the Gatehouse Cafe, which is the cafe that Bones found Minden last time round. So the cafe kind of opposite the temple. Two figures sit opposite each other, both one drinking tea, one drinking coffee. The figure drinking coffee is a young guy, ginger hair, freckles, and has kind of a longer sort of trench coat on, has some, just looks kind of with a little kind of neat suit underneath, and a little notepad out in front of him. The other one across from him is an Aquarian, who has these sort of robes, dark blue robes that are kind of associated with the temple, and he is his head is kind of like a squid, so it's kind of like that conical kind of shape with kind of like fins coming off the side, and then the tentacles like coming down here, and the mouth kind of below some of the tentacles, and then big like bulging eyes like kind of up here. The ginger one addresses the squid Aquarian. A week ago, we find 4 individuals of either great wealth or great influence dead under your temple. What really happened down there? Can you tell us any information? Anything would be helpful to us. And the squid Aquarian replies, detective, I can tell you that I saw some individuals arrive by Zeppelin, enter the temple in the middle of the peak of the earthquake, and I did not follow them or know where they were going, but while they were down in the depths of the temple, the earthquake subsided. And when they emerged again and left, I went down to discover the bodies of those individuals that you are talking about. Now, my belief is the people of great wealth and influence that you found down under the temple were into some nefarious business and were actually the cause of the earthquake. and the individuals I saw. Individuals, heroes, some might say, managed to divert the destruction of our city. And if you ask me to describe them, well, I'll have to cite my old age, and my memory isn't as good as it used to be, you know. And the detective says, well, Archmage, I really would like to push you for these descriptions, but I'm inclined to believe that what you're saying is correct, and these individuals did save Atlantia from destruction. We know Chief Stonewall was as corrupt as they come. It'll be hard to restructure the police force after this. But I think I can write down the official cause of death as the earthquake. And we can probably leave it at that. And the Archmage replies, yes, I think that would be wise, Detective Weatherby. And they carry on their conversation. And we stay in the Gatehouse Cafe, but buzz time forward 7 months later, and finally you can stop listening to me talk, and we'll introduce some characters here. So, time lapse. Gatehouse Cafe, 7 months later. Jonny, do you want to describe your character for us, sitting down at one of the tables?
So at one of these tables you see quite a short but portly blue creature, maybe about 3'11" probably. This has got large spikes. It is a classic blowfish, but part person as well. Sitting down at their back is a large green glass backpack, and inside there's a green swirling liquid that is going round to like a small mask that's just in front of his face. As well as that, they're wearing quite looks like heavy armor covered up with like lots of leathers to sort of hide what's underneath, and wires going down to his fingertips, and you see spikes protruding from the jumper. That's all you really see at the moment. Currently sitting down at a table enjoying a nice glass of something.
Nice. The waitress comes over to you and says, would you like to order anything else, sir?
Well, I would just like a spare glass. I've got something else I'd like to drink. Can I drink my own liquids in here? To clarify, not like that.
Yes. No, well, actually, I'm not going to ask. Yes, that should be okay, as long as you have purchased something from our establishment.
Yes, well, there's only a water, but that's okay, but I'll get something else. Excellent, thank you. Okay. I'm going to wait for that glass when I fill it with a red liquid.
Okay. Great.
Is there anyone even nearby me, or is it just me at the table?
Yeah, there's some other people around the cafe. You know, it's kind of, it's fairly busy. It's not like absolutely massively busy.
I'm going to pestle at the person at the table next to me. And just go like, here, mate, I've got some of the best stuff you'll ever want in your life. Here, do you want to try some?
Thank you. No.
I'll go, I'm going to keep you covered up. No, you no. Like, honestly, here, try some. It's the best of gear.
It's not actually your character, but we'll come back to that.
Like, if you want red wine, this is the best red wine in the entire world. It's from Blowfinia. Do you know Blowfinia?
It's actually, so it's actually a mother and her child. So
so you play the child, you can be the mother. No problem. No. Maybe.
I'm not really sure. What is that alcohol?
Well, there's some alcohol in it, but it's mostly used for energy. It lets you survive those long days as you're taking care of your child. Maybe they'll want some.
Mommy, can I have it?
Honestly, it just helps you get through the cold nights here in Atlantia.
I think we'll pass. Actually, I think we might pass.
Lightweights.
And
When
they
I asked
kind
the waitress, is there anything interesting happening in this pub?
well, this isn't really a pub. It's more of a cafe.
Well, there's alcohol in it, isn't there?
We don't really sell.
Well, there's alcohol in it. Perfect. Excellent. Pub.
Interesting.
Anything interesting happening right now?
Well, in Atlantia, there is a show tonight. Actually, it's the circus. The circus is in town.
Oh, what's the main attraction in the circus?
Well, there's a strong man, and
there's a lot of strong people.
There's like a fire breather.
A lot of people can breathe fire. There's magic in the world.
Trapeze.
Oh, I like the
artists,
trapeze. That sounds really cool.
And there's jugglers and unicycles and all of this sort of thing. And it's going to be rather exciting. I've got my ticket.
Whereabouts is that in the town? I'm new here.
So it's up in Stonemore in the old quarry.
Tell me just a point in a direction. That's all I need.
Well, it's a bit north of here, and then kind of at the bottom of the cliff, at the north side of town. Yes.
There. Excellent.
Right.
Thank you very much. I'm going to leave a small tip.
Right.
1 bronze.
Like,
I'm very tight with the money.
So you're here in the Gatehouse Cafe because you have a ticket to one of the tours of the temple. So this was just the nearest place to the temple where you were waiting for the allotted time for the tour to start.
Everything in Atlantia is so late.
So you can now make your way to the temple gate and like kind of try and find the tour that you're going to join.
Okay, I'm going to try and look about see if there's any big queues of people because I assume like the queues are the most important places. That's where you're going to find like, everyone's going on these tours. Like,
so if you go over to the gate, then there's like a woman with like a lanyard, an Aquarian. So she's kind of like a goldfish sort of head. So goldfish Aquarian, kind of standing up on a kind of raised platform, just saying. And there's like a sign that says it's tour start here, and then like one of those kind of flipping time number things that you can say the times.
it's okay, I can't read, so I'm going to walk up. I was going to walk up towards the goldfish lady and be like, here, is this where like the tour's going to be in?
Yes, this is where the tour starts.
I've got a ticket for it. Can you just start it now? Like, there's no like.
Well,
don't
we
worry
still
about
have
anyone
another
else.
15 minutes. We need to wait for everyone that's involved.
The most important person's here, so it's all good.
Right.
Moose Shoe's here.
Well, if you just take a seat, sir, and we'll wait for everyone who's bought a ticket to come at the allotted time. The time is on your ticket, and we shall get going as soon as everybody.
I'm going to hand over the ticket to her and get kind of frustrated and sit nearest like somebody, so I want to sit right next to them with my spikes slightly poking them a little bit.
It's an apple.
It's ridiculous making a Blofinian wait.
So 15 minutes goes up, unless you want to do anything else.
No, I'm going to pester the
You
person
wait.
next to me the whole time. They're not going to hear me not talk.
It's just this halfling who's a tourist and is just wanting to like just kind of bewildered by all the like spectacle of Atlantia and the dome and the bridge and wants to do all the touristy things, and they're just like kind of like wide-eyed.
I'm going to ask you. I'm going to speak to the halfling and say,
Sure.
well, it's good to see someone about my height here in this place. Everyone's so freaking tall.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
You're absolutely correct.
Right.
I think that's
I heard about something in this city about 6 months ago. I don't know if you know anything about this, right? There was supposedly a giant octopusy thing here, and I want to find out more about that.
well, I don't quite know anything about that really. I know that there was like that big earthquake that happened. That was quite scary, I'd imagine, for the people living down so far beneath the ocean. It's quite exciting being here, isn't it? So it's incredible that we're so many feet beneath the surface of the ocean. It's a little bit scary, I would.
You're very easily amused, son.
Oh.
I was going to like sort of tap him up on the shoulder and then just not look at him after that.
Well.
Just useless people. And I'm going to completely ignore him.
Great. So yeah, she kind of starts the tour and like kind of shows you the where the kind of the library is, and like gives you a bit of a history of the temple. So it was the building has been around since before Atlantia was in the bubble when Atlantia was underwater, it was built, and she doesn't say anything about the monster, or because it is still, they're trying to still keep that part of it a secret. You know, with the whole like gem and the monster and keeping it like she explains that they worship the deep ocean is what she says, but we as players know that they're really just there to be guardians of the monster, so there's not really a religion going on in this temple. It's more that they kind of, as a front, they kind of say that they worship the deep ocean, and then like just don't go anything beyond that. So
Right, you've kind of talked quite a lot here. I'm sorry, like this tour is good, I suppose, for some people, but most people already know what happened when it comes to the creation of Atlantia. Something amazing happened a year ago or 6 months ago. How long ago was it?
yeah, like 7 months ago.
7 months ago.
7 months ago.
Something amazing happened 7 months ago, and I want to know more about that. I don't care about the creation of Atlantia. Everyone knows that. The thing that matters most is, why on earth was there an octopus under the city?
She seems a bit like taken aback that you knew about the octopus.
How did people respond around me with that?
There's like some mumbling, because there has been rumors that have like escaped that this this creature has been is down there. Maybe spread by the other Circle 5, or like, you know, or other servants of the temple, other mages that have maybe, you know, been a bit loose-lipped when they found out the secret, the big secret. So there's been rumors about this monster underneath Atlantia for a while, but it's always been kind of more speculation, but kind of hush. So she looks a little bit taken aback, and yeah, the others are kind of just murmuring, being like, "It's just a nervous," that kind of thing.
You seem a little bit shocked by my question. Do you want to answer it?
Well, it's just a legend. There's no truth to it. We here at the temple here at Atlantia, we worship the deep ocean, and we find serenity in depths and darkness.
The very depth that 7 months ago almost crushed your city.
Well, the earthquake was rather unfortunate, but it wasn't anything to do with us at here at the temple.
Well, I never mentioned there's anything to do with you. I like how you do say
Well, I
that.
think you might be implying, sir.
I think you're reading more into what I'm saying than I'm saying. All I'm saying is there's an octopus somewhere and we can find out more about it.
Well,
Can you show me to somebody that knows what they're talking about, please?
you have to stick with the tour. You're not allowed to leave the group.
I'm gonna like look to the nearest person that's not Atlantean. And like, don't you just hate Atlantia? It's so annoying.
Do you want to
Bureaucrats.
try and sneak away?
Well, I think I'm genuinely just trying to question her the whole time. The whole journey, I'm going to be pestering her beyond belief until she tells me to go
So
away.
she shows everyone into a few buildings. There is like a building that's like been set up as a bit of a museum where there's different artifacts and things from the history of Atlantia that she kind of lets people freely wander around for 15 minutes, 20 minutes to just kind of read all the little signs and plaques and things of the different artifacts. And then she does take you into the upper bit of the temple itself that we saw last time, and so there's lots of pews and benches that are looking up towards this kind of altar, this shrine, and then there's that kind of plinth in the middle that had the kind of depiction of the cavern below that we managed to see last time. And then there's the staircases on either end, but they are blocked off. They are roped off. So she gives you a bit of time. She gives the group a bit of time in the temple here, in this upper bit of the temple, kind of cathedral area, to just kind of soak in the atmosphere and that sort of thing.
While she's sort of giving us a wee bit of free time, I'm going to find like a sort of smaller corner down here. You need me to do a stealth check, so I'm agree for that. And I'm going to transform it into a small spider.
Amazing.
So I'm going to quickly breathe in some of that poisonous, noxious gas coming from this green vial at the back, and then just breathe it out, and in a green mist, I disappear, and then there's just a small spider going towards the barricaded off place.
Great. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I'd get you to roll stealth to see if anyone notices you doing that.
Nat 20.
Was that first roll of the
Yeah.
entire game? Nat 20.
It's 25 if you need to know my stealth.
Incredible.
I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. You find this most shadowy corner, and everyone is looking a complete other direction. She's
Look over there! Then I'm just gonna
great.
that's exactly
No.
right. I'm gonna head downwards down that sort of stair set, as that's the
Okay.
only barricaded place I can see.
Yeah. So, as you descend the stone spiral steps as a spider.
That just take quite a while.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have chosen a rat.
You can maybe like descend with your spider silk, like down the stone part of steps fades away, and your left kind of the staircase is kind of exposed, going down to the floor of this massive cavern where the cables that connect to the pipes that go out to the ends of the barrier of Atlantia and keep the magical dome in place. The ends of the cables descend into this pit in the middle of this room that is surrounded by a sort of metal grid, and then it's the stone flag floor of this enormous chamber. And each wall of the chamber here, there is a sheet of water trickling down, just a thin sheet of water just away from the wall. And it's 7 months later, so they have repaired any sort of damage that was inflicted at the battle last time.
I want to just do sort of an investigation check around the room, see if there's anything that would stand out to me, because I don't know enough about this situation to know anything more than that.
Yeah.
This is a barricaded off place, so we'll at least investigate it.
Yeah. Go.
So, and this we're getting that one. 13, so 11 in total.
11. I mean, you would definitely
Minus
notice.
2.
You definitely notice the stone plinth that kind of mirrors the one that's up in the upper bit of the temple that has the heart of Atlantia glowing in this sort of clawed metal clasp at the top of the stone plinth. So it's kind of this glowing red gem.
Can I do sort of an arcana check on the glowing red gem to see what I would know of it? So,
Yeah.
Again, it's another minus 2, so I'm gonna...
No shot.
And that one,
Yeah.
you think it's a pretty bit of decoration.
That's unbelievable.
Not important.
I can't believe that just happened.
That's hilarious.
You're a man of the extremes.
Well, as a spider, I'm going to go and touch it. I wouldn't know anything more about this thing, so I want to go investigate it further.
You
more close
try and get close, and you realize that there is a magical barrier before you can. So you're just scrambling along, and you can't get any further. There's the like kind of circle around the stone plinth that you're.
I'm a spider anyway. I can't exactly be annoyed by it. So I'm going to head down, and after investigating for I don't know how long you want to give me time to do that, I'm going to head back up, defeated.
Okay.
Well, there's further doors.
At the opposite end
Yeah.
of this chamber to where the stairs are, there are a set of doors.
I'll
I
investigate.
can't remember where I put them.
investigate
Were
into
they on that
each of
side
the
or were they at
rooms.
the end? Anyway.
I'll investigate each of the rooms
On the further
around
end.
to get any more information. So just do one more investigation check to sort of see if there's anything more in this area I can figure out. And these other rooms, at least, rather than the main room.
Yeah. Okay, so you're crawling about the room as a spider, and you hear in your head, "Hello, little thing."
Hello? Well, I suppose, does it hear from my mind or from my mouth? I don't know what a spider makes one of those.
From your mind, so he would hear this.
This is spooky. Who's this?
Who are you?
I am Mushu. Do we have to speak like this? So I was speaking to it when I asked that.
Oh. Yes, I can hear your thoughts.
Ah, okay. There's not many in there, to be honest.
I wonder if you can help.
I can help. Depends who you are, if I can help or not.
And you get this flash of an image
That's not very appropriate.
of
Come on, man. Only a couple of minutes into this game.
of this grizzled old figure with white hair. Just the flash of that.
What was their makeup? Was it like was it human? Was it Aquarian? What was it?
Humanoid face, but with fangs and scales.
Okay, so like Dragonborn type thing.
I don't think you can figure it out.
Well, I probably can.
Roll me
Done it again.
a wisdom saving throw.
That one.
That one.
To be fair, I don't think you can saving throws be that. It would be plus 10 to that, so 11. But even still.
You're knocked unconscious. Because this blast of like psychic energy to give you this flash of this image of this person.
So I just sort of curl up like
Yeah,
just a
as a
spider.
spider.
How long till I wake up? How long can you be well shaped?
4 hours?
Is it 4 hours? Okay. Did I roll a d4 to see how many hours I'm out here?
That's a good idea.
I don't remember actually.
Let's hope no one steps on you.
Should tell you to double check.
1.
Okay, so after an hour, you wake up. There's nothing more with the voice. You're not sure if it was a dream or if you'd hallucinated it or anything. You can't. If you reach out with your mind, you hear nothing. So
Just making sure I can last longer than 4 hours in a wild shape. It just says twice per short rest. Doesn't say you have to change back.
okay, are you gonna?
I'm going to slowly climb back up the stairs.
Okay.
Slightly defeated.
Okay.
In multiple ways, to be honest. What do I think? When I'm at the top, are there people looking for me, or?
Yeah, after an hour, the group has long gone. Are you still a spider, or are you back as yourself?
Well, I'm going to climb up as a spider at least.
Yeah, so there's no trace of your group. There is just one mage who is kind of posted there just to kind of as a kind of lookout. Okay, so roll me an insight check.
Okay, I'm quite good at these, so shouldn't be too bad. Actually, I think I'm quite bad at these, to be honest. I've lost my stat. 1 second. I think that's 11.
11. Okay. Yeah, this mage is kind of milling about. You're not quite sure what he's doing there. If he's or what kind of duties he has in this moment. But there's only one mage standing next to this kind of altar thing, just kind of looking around.
I don't think I'm the most subtle of people in general. So I think I'm just going to walk towards him and just become Blofinian again. So I'm going to like come out in my form.
Okay.
So I think some green smoke again will just... And then suddenly I'm just back to my full size again.
Okay, cool.
I'm like, oh my goodness. It always hurts.
And so he just goes, he's very surprised that you've just like appeared all of a sudden. And
What race is he, sorry?
just a human. Yeah, just like, oh, sir, we've been looking for you. There's a, your tour group. You left your tour group. You're not supposed to do that.
I didn't leave my tour group. I got lost. It's not my fault. Your tour guide was terrible. But you'll do the job. So Jimmy, give me a bit of help here. I'm looking for like some cool books about the history of I almost said Blofinia. That's my town, not your town. Sorry,
Right.
Atlantia. Or perhaps more about like a squid creature. That's what I'm looking for. Do you just give me that over, please?
Well, look, there's a whole squad of us mages that are looking specifically for you because gotten lost,
Exactly, yes. This place is a maze, I'm not going to lie.
and you've become separated from your tour group, so we are to usher you back out of the temple.
The thing that matters here is you managed to find me, so you're going to get like rewarded in some way, shape or form for doing it. So we can help each other a little bit, right, Jimmy? What I need you to do is take me to the library and we can find a good book. You can tell me which ones are about the history of this place, because I can't read. And then afterwards, you can tell me a little bit about the squid creature that was underneath the city. How about that?
Right. Well, roll persuasion.
Cool. 1 second. Can I make it intimidation? I'm gonna bulk up a little bit as I say that. Let me just ask again, please. I'm gonna bulk up a little bit. I'm gonna use one of my change of forms. So I'm gonna go to double my size.
Okay.
I'm gonna blow out the suit so I look really big.
Right.
And I'm gonna intimidate him by going, right, you're going to right now tell me where this book is. And that's a 16 in total. Wait, 16, yeah.
16. Okay. Yeah. He's gonna kind of look up at you and be like, "Oh, well, sir, I really do have to insist that you come with me. I escort you to the gates,
But
and
first,
you need to leave."
oh sorry. But first the book. Again, I'm very intimidating as I say this.
We do have a library on the premises.
Oh, excellent!
It's
Get
not-
me the book and we'll go.
It's not really open to the public. It's not quite.
I won't tell anyone.
That's not how it. It's not how it works. I'm afraid.
I was going to point one more time. Can I do like? Can I even try? I'll maybe tower over him. As this is a few times I'm taller than someone. I'm going to tower over him one last time. Just like, are you sure you want to take me out without giving me that book? I got 23.
Okay.
Oh wait, actually 25.
So, he looks at you just expanding. And
I'm getting bigger again. I'm
the
keep going.
spikes sort of glistening. And he has a moment of, oh, this person in front of me could
Explode at any
genuinely
minute.
just, like, inflict a lot of damage upon me right now. And just like, the library! The library! Let's go!
That's more like it. Let's go, Jimmy. Let's go.
All right, okay. And he's kind of like, hurries off kind of in front.
I was going to saunter behind him as quick
And
as
kind of lead you out. Now, when you exit the actual temple building, there are lots of other, like, mages around and groups of mages, and there are other ones that are kind of point and are like,
We're
that's
just-
who we're
we're-
looking for.
we're
But
just hid-
actually, it looks like you're being escorted by Jimmy to the exit.
You never told me his name, but Jimmy's his name.
Anyway, so
Now it is.
so they're just going to be like, okay, right, great. He's being escorted to the exit. They're not going to come over and question what's happening. But so he takes you to the library, and says to the receptionist at the desk, so what kind of book were you after?
Right, we're looking for books to do with like the history of Atlantia, but don't give me like the origins of how it was made. I don't care about that. I care more about like relations to giant octopuses or squids. That's what I care about the most.
Well, it's an urban legend, sir. It's
Well, give me
not
the urban legend
entirely
section
true.
then.
Right. Well, okay. I think we can make this work.
Ah,
And
excellent.
he kind of strikes a deal with the receptionist, and there's like the librarian takes you to the kind of myths and legends of Atlantia, and
Is there any with like,
you can take a few books out.
drawings and like pop-ups? Because I think that'd be the ones I'd like the most.
Amazing. There is an illustrated, a heavily illustrated book
The more pictures, the better.
that will, if you later on want to browse through it, then you can find some pictures that might tell you.
I'm gonna shove the book by into like my jacket pocket.
So the receptionist does say, right, sir. So you will have to leave something of yours with us, so that we know that you're going to come back and bring these books back. They're not free. You need to bring them back after a certain amount of time. if you leave something of yours with us, then we can exchange, and then we know that you're not going to steal the books from the library.
I'm going to look through my pockets, try to find something of worth, and I don't have anything of worth, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to go, well, if you're wanting something of worth, I'm going to cast something in my pocket, and I'm going to bring out one. I'm not going to do all 8 because that'd be ridiculous. I'm going to bring out just one squirrel. I'm going to be like, this is my pet Nathaniel. He's absolutely wonderful.
Oh, wow.
I think if you keep Nathaniel for a little while,
right.
just for you.
Okay.
Nathaniel is friendly. Like,
great.
Don't eat him.
Great.
Nathaniel will keep you company till I bring the book back.
Okay. A little bit unorthodox,
It's-
but that will do.
It's the most valuable thing I have.
The librarian kind of the librarian is like I described last time with when Bones visited the same library, is this octopus aquarian. So with one of her tentacles, she kind of reaches down and grabs this kind of container, this kind of metal
Cage.
cage, yeah, and puts the squirrel in the cage and just puts it aside and says, "Well, that will do. Thank you very much. And make sure you bring these books back within 1 month." And she stamps a bit of paper and hands it to you with the dates that you need to bring the books back by, and we will return your squirrel.
Nathaniel. He likes going by his name.
Nathaniel. Okay.
No problem. Thank you.
Now.
Sorry. I'll do that again.
Yeah,
Thank you.
She had a name last time.
She did.
I don't remember
Jamita?
what it was. Oh gosh.
Just call everyone Jimmy.
Yeah.
I know it's Jimmy. Thanks, Jimmy. I'll
Oh,
see you later.
Valerie. I think it was Valerie. Yeah.
Can I just clarify?
Uh,
Does this octopus aquarium have 2 tentacles for feet and then 3 arms on either side? And
Is it not 4 and
does-
2?
Does
No,
each
it's
arm
8.
have sleeves? Oh no, I'm asking. I'm just.
we can figure out the details of how she looks like
It
later.
depends how somebody draws her. That's the question.
Yeah. Draw me a good picture and I'll be like, and I'll approve it's canon or not.
Okay,
Cool. So,
what's her name, sorry?
Jimmy.
Valerie.
Jamita. Yeah.
Valerie.
Valerie,
Nice to
no
make your
worries.
acquaintance,
Good to meet your acquaintance as well.
Mr.
Oh, Mushu.
Mushu. Right, and she knows that. Now, deciding whether or not to actually call him Jimmy.
The other one.
Now, my associate here will escort you off the premises.
All right, no problem, Jimmy. Let's go.
Right. And then Jimmy just kind of looks back. Okay, right. Follow me, please. And just takes you back out.
As I leave, I give him a bronze piece as a tip.
Okay. Oh, he looks very happy about that. Thank you.
Just
Thank
leave-
you, and we'll see you to return the books. Have a good day.
Bye. I'm just gonna head. I don't even know where I'm going in a second. I'm just gonna head somewhere where there's a bench and start to read this.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we'll come back to
Read.
that. So let's move to somewhere else in the city, somewhere that we are quite familiar with, and we'll go to Crickley's, where we find sitting at a table. Describe your character for us now.
So you see a dwarf, very ginger dwarf, massive beard, like a beard that covers like most of his torso. It just seems to keep on going, like huge kind of braids and such like in it, like a massive sort of mohawk going on at the top as well, like kind of ginger mohawk. Ends of some of the like kind of beard hair and stuff a little bit singed. He's got like kind of goggles sort of thing going on the top of his forehead. Wearing kind of fairly simple sort of Victorian worker clothes, but with like this quite well sort of protected sort of blacksmith's apron and such like that goes over the top. This sort of belt that's just covered in tools, like an insane amount of different hammers and tongs and a variety of different things that you wouldn't know what to do with, but all around the waist, along with like a kind of rather shiny looking pewter tankard that's just kind of fits to the waist as well, and like a kind of satchel over his back. I think he's got a slight burn to his face as well, but just so I guess sitting in the pub.
Cool. So it is sort of mid-afternoon. So I don't know if you're maybe sitting down to sort of lunch or just enjoying a pint or something.
Yeah.
At a table not that far from where you are, there are two figures kind of hunched over and having a conversation between themselves. But something, a word, a name that they mention piques your interest. So one of them says to the other, "Why is this seahorse guy so important anyway? Boss says he was involved in kidnapping Reynard Wallerman." And Wallerman piques your interest. What do you think of the new boss anyway? I don't know, just following orders, ain't I? My advice is don't ask too many questions. So I don't know, and they just keep kind of
Maybe kind of upon hearing that, I don't know if they're like a bartender or something.
yeah, you can flag
somewhere that I can like
something.
flag down. So maybe kind of soldier over towards them and, "Oh, hello there. Pleasure to meet you, lads. Can I buy you around? I feel a bit thirsty, but don't want to sit by myself. You seem some lovely, friendly folks. Can I buy you around?"
We're not interested, thanks.
You sure? Oh,
Yes.
it was.
In fact, we'll give you something if you leave us alone.
Right. I guess that's.
We've got business to
fair.
discuss, and you're not welcome. While you're there and you can see them a little bit more closely, you can see the two figures and what they kind of look like. So one of them is this really big guy, broad shoulders, just like, and is kind of decked out in all this armor, and you can tell that he's kind of like really sort of kitted out for battle.
What kind of race is he? Or can I tell that? Or-
So they look human.
Okay.
Just short black hair and just stubble and dark eyes. And the other one has had his hood up the whole time, and looks like they've kind of augmented their face a little bit. So maybe through like different like surgeries or whatever, they've made their face a bit more snake-like. So they've like filed their teeth down to like points, and their eyes are this yellow color that you're not sure is whether that's like their natural color or maybe it's
so looking them over, can I tell? Does it look like they were like human and they've done this, or does it look like this could be their sort of whatever race they are originally? Like,
you're not sure if it's quite hard to tell.
okay, fair.
If this was maybe done by sort of magical means, or if it's part of who they are, sort of DNA wise.
Okay, I would just be like, yeah, sort of, lads, come on, I'm just a friendly fella, just a pleasure to meet you. Come on. Do they have any like weapons or anything on them? If I'm looking them over, is there anything that
so
stands out?
the big one has this huge sort of war hammer leaned up against the wall.
I immediately be like, that's a fine weapon you've got there. I have an eye for good craftsmanship, and that looks like some mighty fine craftsmanship.
You can roll an investigation if you want to see.
Yeah, I'll like look it
if there's
over
more.
and
Yeah.
such like.
I might give you advantage because you do know weapons and,
Yeah.
and hammers. And,
Well, I already get a D4 on things,
Metal.
but
Oh right, okay, yeah, metal work.
So 20. I think I'm at 26. I
Okay,
think.
yeah, cool.
26. 27.
So yeah, it doesn't look particularly special. It doesn't look like it's got any magical abilities or anything. It's basically just a stick with a club of metal at the end.
It's a mighty fine hammer you've got there. But maybe, like, you see, I'm quite skilled at working with metals and with weapons. It's kind of my thing. I might be able to, like, give a little bit of an enhancement to your hammer if you're interested. Like, make it work a little bit better. Give a bit more pep to your hammer, you know.
His eyebrow sort of raises, but after a look from the other one across the table, he kind of goes, no, we're not accepting any sort of. We don't even know you, you know. And then the other one kind of looks more intently and just is like gives a signal to kind of leave.
Is he the one in charge? I
Well,
thought you guys
I
were
mean,
friends, but I'm getting the impression
We're partners, aren't we? Yeah, we're partners.
Ish.
But that's all that you get to know. We're going now. We got somewhere to be. Come on.
Okay, lads. Not the friendliest fellas, but fair enough.
You won't find many friendly faces in Cricklers here. And they kind of push past you to sort of leave out of the door.
I think I'd probably let them leave, I guess, if that's the way to head off. If like the bartender or the barkeeper or whoever is about, I might ask them like just to see if there's any information on that kind of pair. Like, just call them over and that pair. Are they regulars in here? Do you have them?
Would Leo still be working at Crickley's 7 months later after the incidents of last time?
I thought Leo got a job at Crinkles.
Yeah, he
did
got
you
a
not
job
get a
at
job at
Crinkles. How long did he hold that job? That's the question.
That's a good point. I'll leave up to you.
But also, wouldn't he be in the back because he's
Oh,
Yeah,
Leo's
totally.
the chef.
He's not-
Yeah.
It's me that used to work at that section.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Zion's
Zion.
gone. Zion's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Long.
maybe Leo's there, maybe Leo's not. But at the front you see it's another Aquarian, a sort of what kind of fish shop there? I don't know.
No, that's a bird. Wait.
No.
Maybe like a
Fish
ray.
Okay.
So kind of maybe like yeah, so kind of flopped over and you see the eyes sort of here and the mouth sort of there. So kind of facing forward. All right there. What can I do for you, sir?
I was just wondering, the pair that've just scarpered out the door, are they regulars in here? Do you get them often?
Yeah, they come in here sometimes. But I don't really know much. They keep to themselves, really.
You don't know who they work for or nothing like that. Like if
All I
something
know
might
is-
dropped in the town. No.
All I know is that they're always together, two of them. And they don't come in here with anyone else. They don't leave with anyone else. They hardly meet with anyone else either.
All right, fair enough. Can I have a look out the door and see where they scarper off to, maybe?
Yeah, you can see that they've kind of turned the corner and gone a little bit down the street. You can follow after them if you want. As they mentioned this name, Wallerman, which are very interesting.
Yeah, I guess I'll follow. I'm not very fast and I'm not very stealthy, but I will follow after them.
Okay. Do you want to roll a stealth check?
Okay, that was a 17.
17. Cool. And if you roll perception to see if you can overhear anything else that they're saying.
5.
Oh no. Okay. So you only catch one more word. And one of them says, the big one says, "The bloody circus." And then everything's kind of faded away or garbled as they turn a corner and into a busy crowd, and you can't catch any more what they're saying. But
Okay. Would I be aware of the circus? Like, I know, obviously, I'm aware.
there's
how there's
posters.
players, but yeah.
There's been posters around town,
Okay.
so you've probably seen one of the posters that there's the circus show tonight, up in Stonemore, in the to worry. So, as you're kind of thinking about this, and you're just standing there on the street, someone you know comes walking down the street towards you, and recognizes you, and it's your friend from back home, Muck Tanklin, and he recognizes you and is just like, Jem, you old son of a gun! What are you doing here?
Muck, what are you doing here?
Wait, I need to try and repeat your accent.
Wait, Muck, what are you doing here? Wait, what? I thought you were still working at the factory. How'd you get up here?
Look, I'm just gonna stick to this accent. I don't think I can do the North England thing. Well, after the incident up in the factory, you know, everything went to hell.
Yeah, I had to kind of scarper out of that.
They knew that me and you were close, so
sorry, man.
they've been after me as well.
Sorry, I didn't realise. I thought I would be enough if I was out there. Wouldn't be too much trouble for the rest of yous, but okay.
Well, I'm on my way. I'm just stopping off in Atlantia for a little bit, and then I'm on my way out west to America. See if I can do something better for myself.
The industry is booming out there, you know.
I thought I'd hit up some spots in Atlantia, just in case this was one of the places you had talked about coming.
Yeah.
I did. Should we go in and get a drink?
That sounds better anyway.
Yeah,
I think I'll just take one last glance to see if the other pair have clearly disappeared out of sight. Yeah. Lost any. Yeah. Okay, I'll
you've
head
lost
back
sight of them. But that 5 perception, they're
gone.
They're gone. Yeah, unfortunately. So you and your friend Mark go into Crickley's and are chatting for a while. So now that we've got a couple drinks in us and we've caught up on old times, I've got something I need to warn you about. I was really hoping I would bump into you because I'll give it to you straight. There's a bounty hunter after you. Been sent by Solmus Silverhand.
I thought he might. I was a bit worried that.
And
I thought I'd kept my head low enough. Wait, you talking here? They tracked me here.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I just know that there's been someone contracted to hunt you down. I don't know who it is. I don't know if they're here in the city. That's all I know. But
Do you have a name? You didn't...
well, I know who it's not. It's
Right.
not Uglug or Mildew, because they caught up with me in Londonium, and I gave them the slip. But it's definitely not one of
To be
them.
fair, they weren't actually the brightest bunch of bugbears
No.
you ever met.
They were not.
Right. I mean, better than them, but fair. Okay. Well, I appreciate the warning. I keep my eyes peeled.
Good. All right.
There's not that many dwarves around here, so I kind of stick out a little bit, I think, sometimes.
You might, yeah, just a little bit. But now there's one more dwarf to keep you company. Another round! And he shouts to the barman, who brings some more beers. All right. Is there anything else? Is there anything you want to do?
I think the only other thing, maybe during the conversation, that I would ask him if he's heard any more words of Wallerman, like if there's anything, any threads or any strands that he's picked up on his travels as well.
No, he really hasn't heard anything about Wolverine.
Fair. Just
And
catch up
he's
with me, man.
literally just stopping in Atlantia for a few days and doesn't know much about the city. And I don't know how much you divulged to Muck.
Yeah, be quite selective
beforehand.
in what was shared, I think.
Yeah. But he's definitely kind of sympathetic towards you, and is definitely like, I'm just trying to get away from Port Runemark and go somewhere else and try and find.
I guess the only other thing I would maybe then trying to find out from him is like, so the port, how's it doing since? I mean, obviously the factory was everything to that town, but
It's faring all right. It's doing all right. We're getting by, you know. People are getting by. There's obviously a shortage of work. People are starting to leave, but I think we can build it up again. There's nothing that we can't come back from.
I mean, there's always new places too, I guess. Company towns, they rise, they fall, you know.
That's the way it is. All right.
Sweet. Yeah,
Cool.
Grand.
All right. So let's travel to another part of the city, and let's go to Atlar's Square. Yeah, who do we find at Atlar's Square?
I mean, of course, the big statue has not been fully repaired yet because it's
True.
a very fine
They're in the
artwork.
process of
It's in the
repairing. It's being
process.
kind
You
of
see-
cordoned off.
Yes, you can see through little peaks that parts of it have already been set back, but not fully. But the water is running on the well, and there is a little old creature sitting close by. It's like a trout lady, not trout, and she has like. She has like a dress that has clearly seen better days, lots of patches, clearly done by hand. Probably somebody who doesn't have that much money. And a big basket. And from that basket, this old trout lady takes bread and keeps throwing it out to the pigeons around her. And one of the pigeons flies up and sits on a silly old hat that this lady's wearing. Purple, some lace, some gold pieces in it as well, and some long green feathers. And clearly this little old lady is just enjoying to feed the birds. Yes, you get so
Excellent.
You
Excellent.
get so
So while you are feeding the birds, you see two figures that you recognize, who are not necessarily going to recognize you. It's Minden and Percy, and they're walking through Atlar's Square, having a conversation with each other. So Minden is saying excitedly to Percy, I'm so glad that you got tickets for us to this circus performance tonight. I'm so very excited, Percy. I had such good seats as well. And Percy says in reply, well, yes, being the manager of the Skyport does come with certain benefits, and yes, I can get good seats whenever I like them for whatever shows come through, having to come through town, of course.
being slightly amused at seeing these two characters that I know but they won't notice me, I just start to eat the bread that I brought for the pictures, even though it's quite dry.
Great. So you do notice, so there's not many people in the square, and so this sort of catches your eye, especially to your sort of trained eye, where there is a figure in a cloak and got their hood up, and they're trying to be sort of inconspicuous. But in their trying to be inconspicuous, you notice them, and they seem to be tailing Minden and Percy.
So they're like
Behind.
hiding behind the buildings or trying
So
to...
they're just not making it very, or making it very obvious that they're kind of making a beeline for Minden and Percy and are retracing their footsteps, kind of thing.
Okay. As they walk past me and the other person passes me as well, I would try to bump into them.
Okay.
And be like very, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, and I just pat them down and try if I notice anything. Oh,
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Roll sleight of hand.
Yeah, that's a 5.
A 5. Okay. So,
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Can I offer you something as an excuse? Some bread, maybe. It's not very fresh, but it's really good, you know.
no, you can't offer me anything. I've got somewhere to be. And
Well,
stop
you are
bothering
here
me.
now, and I am here. And since we are here, what is your name, my dear?
I'm not going to give you my name. And he kind of.
Well, I suppose I'll call you John then. I'm so sorry, John. I really didn't mean to hurt you in any way. You know, I just was feeding the pigeons. And can I try again?
You can roll a different skill. I don't think you can roll the same skill twice.
Okay.
So maybe you could try like investigation or insight to see what you could see about this person. So what investigation if you're looking for stuff that they've got on them, or insight to see what they're maybe thinking or
Yeah, I'll just try to get him to have a conversation with me and ask him anything and be like, where are you going? Who are you? And
so yeah, maybe roll insight then for that.
9.
Right. So you can see that they are bald under the hood of their cloak, and they're very pale skin, very sort of a thin, tall, and clean shaven, but you
Do I
can't
see
really.
any weapons or? Okay, not
really. I think they're just all kind of hidden, and you're distracted being this other person in this disguise, and you don't quite know what's going on. So I think they're just going to push past you and move on to try and follow Minden and Percy, who are going into a street off Antler Square and doing that sort of thing. So you can follow behind. Or, they look like a nefarious person. They don't look like a friendly sort of person. There you go. I'll give you that on a 5.
Okay. Great. Yeah, I think I'll just let go of him and go down a different street, change, and then try to sneak behind them,
Okay.
follow them.
Okay. So you roll stealth, and I'll roll. Who are you changing into?
Just like generic delivery boy delivering a package.
Yeah.
Something
Cool,
that wouldn't be out of the ordinary in Atlas Square.
Great. Perfect. So I'll roll perception. Ooh, I got pretty good.
It was stealth, wasn't it? Stealth?
Stealth.
10?
Okay, so I think that they do notice that you're taking the same route as them behind them, but they're actually gonna see that you're not a very intimidating figure and just kind of ignore that fact and just think nothing of it.
Okay. I don't want to, I just want to see where they're all going.
Right. So, Minden and Percy seem to be heading for a zeppelin that they've been talking about taking back to the skyport, and maybe this was just their lunch break, and they took a zeppelin out to Atlar Square and had lunch in a nice place, and then are going back to work. So obviously he can't quite follow them in the zeppelin back up to the skyport, but they've been talking about going back to work, so we can tell that maybe this person is going to go back up to the skyport, if they're going to keep tailing them, or you don't know. But Minden and Percy made it clear where they're going.
Okay.
But it's going to be hard to follow.
Yeah. I'll just, to be less suspicious, I'll just ring a doorbell and be like, "Is this for you?" And it will have a really, really fake name on the package, like indecipherable.
So it's like a building that's kind of a couple stories, and so there's lots of different buttons that you can ring different bells from.
I will.
So somebody opens the door, and it's a kind of disgruntled sort of Aquarian, just a regular sort of fish Aquarian.
Okay.
You don't quite know what type, and they kind of open the door and are just like,
What, a package for me? I didn't order anything.
Are you sure, sir? Because it clearly says your name here. Mr. Arken Schlukensorken.
That is not my name.
Is it
Did
not?
you not, like, on the doorbells, on the
Well,
buzzer,
yeah.
it says my name?
Yeah, but...
That's not the name that you must have pressed.
Is it your neighbor? Is your neighbor's name Arken Schlukensorken? I must be here.
Don't think so.
I am on the Schriekensloken Street, aren't I?
Absolutely not.
Not!
No.
What's this street then?
This is Herring Street.
Is it? Well, golly. Too bad. My bad. I'm so sorry, sir. I will leave now. Thank you so much. I just leave.
Okay.
Okay,
He
what?
shuts the door on you and just like it's just kind of
Yeah, I
rumbling away.
just did that so I would look less suspicious to that.
Great. Yeah,
One
cool. So
guy.
you are on Herring Street. And
Good to know.
the
Atlantis.
guy that you Herring Street,
Atlar
just
Square.
off of Atlar Square.
Yeah, I'll just keep
Um,
walking from door to door, but keeping an eye on that guy. So
Yeah, great. Okay, so you can see. So he's lost track of you because you've like went to like deliver a parcel. So he's like, okay, they're not following me. They were just going down the street to deliver a parcel. So, so you can definitely sort of try and corner him if that's what you that's what you'd
yeah,
like to do.
I'm gonna like wait till he leaves like the main road and goes to more like a darker street, and then just change myself up to be like hooded, less seeable who I am.
Okay.
With the
okay.
help of the hat, of course.
So okay, great.
And then try to go for a grapple. Actually, can I grab like his coat or hood to like make it that he can't see me while I hold him down?
Oh, yeah, we can definitely do that. I think I'm gonna make you roll for that, but I'm not sure what kind of skill check that would be. Shall we just make it an intimidation? Yeah.
Intimidation, or you could do grapple with athletics. and
Or
kind of
yeah. Okay. So maybe first of all athletics to see how well you can like pin this guy down, and then intimidation to see how much he's scared of you.
16. That is 25.
Okay. Yeah, you can do whatever you want to this guy.
Okay. I just want to pin him. to
Yeah.
the
Okay.
wall.
But with the cloak over his face, so he can't see who you
Yeah.
are.
And
And then intimidation.
yeah, intimidation.
Wins.
That's a 17.
17 intimidation. Okay. So, yeah, he's definitely scared, and you've completely got him pinned.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's just kind of can't see you with the cloak over his head, and just is like, what? Who is that? What do you want?
Keep your mouth shut. I say with a deep voice. Like,
Why should I?
I thought he's invited. Never mind.
Yeah, 17 is pretty high.
Why were you following those people? Can I try to pat him down, see if he has anything on him?
Yeah. Okay. So if you roll an investigation.
16. That is 23.
23, absolutely. So you can see that he has a few sort of hidden sort of daggers in his cloak there. And what else does he have? Yeah, he does also have a sword kind of strapped to his hilt there. You find his money purse, so you could rob him if you really wanted.
Is it like heavy? Is there something in it?
It's no, it doesn't feel like it's got a lot in it. So
Okay.
I don't know. You
I don't
do whatever you want with that. But what's really interesting that you find for you especially is this sort of little token that has the sign of the Coffin Agency on it. So he is a Coffin agent. So you weren't sure what happened after Karsus died last season. What happened to the Coffin organization that he was the head of? But this is probably the first evidence you've found that they're still going on, that they're still actually
Okay.
operating.
I will I mean, the daggers are just hanging on the inside of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, just sort of
Uh,
tucked away.
Yeah, I'll take one and have it hold on to his throat.
Okay.
And then I'll be like, I thought you guys were gone. How many of you are down here in Atlantia?
Well, I don't know what you mean. I'm...
Push it a bit closer to his throat.
Alright. Look, we're under new management, okay? How much do you know about us?
Then I'm gonna ask him, do you know a guy called Dolion?
Oh, yeah. That rogue agent. He was, found that his interests weren't exactly aligned with the bosses.
Have you seen him?
No, not for ages.
Okay. After thinking for a small moment, I will push the dagger once closer to his face and be like, you didn't see or hear anything. And then I will push him to the ground and make a leave.
Okay. So...
What do you want me to roll?
Oh, yeah. What do I want to roll? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think stealth to see how well you get away without him noticing where you've gone.
Okay, I have disadvantage on stealth, so that's
Okay.
a natural one.
Oh
No.
But I can push him to the ground.
Don't do
Um,
that. I drink.
I am in disguise.
So you pushed him to the ground and then tripped over his cloak. So his in the tripping,
Yeah.
it revealed the cloak back over his eyes, and he sees whatever form you're in. So, you're still in disguise though?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna see whatever form that you've put on yourself right now. So he's not gonna see your true form, but
Okay.
then so you can get away. That's fine. He's on the ground, but he's seen whatever form you're in.
To clarify, with someone with a hood on, with a silly hat on top of the hood that they wear.
That's true. He will have seen the hat.
The hat,
which
yeah.
is recognizable.
Yeah.
As I tried to get up, I said, again, you didn't see anything.
Okay.
Sprint.
And sprint up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a question for our information.
Perfect.
Do you copy people that you've met before?
Well, wouldn't you like to know?
No, I was just asking.
Maybe.
I think the hat of disguise lets you pick whatever.
Yeah.
Well, no, because there's something
You
else
could be
she's
something
already-
you've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just it.
It's how she does is what I'm asking you.
Mm-hmm.
She said she gets somebody dubbed in, that's all.
Okay, so you managed to run away, but this guy has seen your form that you were wearing within disguise, but has also seen the hat.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to somewhere else in the city. Let's go over to your character. So we find ourselves on a fancy estate in Northcliff, in Upper View, and this is Upper View retirement village, and so there's lots of different quite fancy houses beside each other, but it's a kind of gated community where there's a kind of security gate that you have to kind of have a pass to get in, and that's where you can get into to access the houses. So we focus in on one of these houses, and that belongs to you. So what do we see when we how describe your character for us today?
Okay, so you see an elderly elf. It's an Eldarin elf. They are more connected to nature and to the seasons, and he is a very frosty looking older gentleman. He wears a very dapper and stylish black and white suit. His whole demeanor, his whole skin looks very icy, and cold and bluish, a little bit of not very healthy. His hair is slicked back, it's graying on the sides. It's, yeah, for elves they normally seem so youthful, they never age. But this guy, he has seen a lot, he has done a lot. You see the wrinkles, you see the age in his face and his whole demeanor. He carries with him a violin case wherever he goes. Yeah. That's it. That's Kawabati.
You are in the bathroom of your house, and in the tied up in the bathtub is an orc that it looks like you've been interrogating, and is kind of bleeding and is kind of like looking beaten and bruised, and you're just kind of like wiping off like a knife that you've been kind of using to torture this guy. So you're trying to find out information what Coffin's next move is, basically. This orc is just like, I never tell you anything. I won't talk.
I take my time. I sit next to him, like, I sit on the side of the bathtub. I sit next to him. You will talk. It's just a matter of time. So, you're part of the organization, right?
I mean, I'm not supposed to. I mean, no.
Yes, you are. Okay, thank you. Mwah. Beautiful. That's one. That's step one. That's step one. Step two. What are you doing?
Well, my partner and I were briefed by the new boss, you see, and we're I can't.
Go
no,
on.
I'm gonna be in so much trouble. I can't say anything.
Breathe in, breathe out. What new boss? Spread it out.
Well, when Cass died, and well, somebody else had to step in, didn't they? So there's a new guy who's running the show. I don't think he's very good, to be honest with me. I don't think he's got measures up to Cass's, but that's neither here nor there. I can't. I'm not talking about it. I'm not.
Okay, darling. Listen to me. You're going to talk. Who is he? Who is this new guy?
Well, he was in the banking business. He was like the right hand guy from Cass's, so it made sense for him to step up to his new position. You see, but no, look, I'm not. I can't tell you anything. I can't. My lips are sealed.
Yes. Very sealed.
So at this point, you hear a knock on your door.
Housekeeping.
Hello, Cavapatty, is it? I'm your neighbour, actually. This is just from behind the door.
A moment.
This is just from behind the door. Can I come in and speak to you, perhaps?
A moment. Okay. You stay quiet. I stuff his mouth with a towel, probably. I'm lying around. Okay, you stay here. Thank you. I go to the door, lock it, and then go to the front door. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Rings are here.
I know that we've not really had much interactions, but I've noticed that within the community here that you've not, well, if I may be blunt, made many friends. So I would like to invite you to a game of billiards. Just a few of us getting together around.
Sounds absolutely not great. Thank you, Lord.
Oh,
Goodbye.
well, he's just shutting the door in his face. Well, my name is
Carl.
Well, nice to meet you, Carl.
Carl
Goodbye.
Winterbottom. If you
Goodbye.
just call anytime.
I will not.
I'm
Goodbye.
lonely. Okay, you just kind of hear him kind of
I got
walk
really sad at the end.
For Carl.
Please, no. Carl's the new
I'm
man.
gonna go hang out with Carl for this section.
We need to find Carl and rescue him.
Is that our new Minden? Is that our new Minden? That's it, yes.
Please, please
Amazing.
don't adopt Carl. No.
Okay, so
Okay.
you didn't let that bother you, basically.
No.
Cool. So you're coming back to the interrogation.
Yes, I come back. Is he still there? Is he still...
Yeah.
Was live right there? Oh, nice. Hello, back again. Did you remember something else in the time I was away? Or should we work on it again?
Look, what are you gonna do to me?
Whatever.
Are you gonna kill me?
Probably yes.
Oh, that's
No.
No.
I had plans.
rather.
I had plans on Tuesday.
I've got plans with Carl.
And play billiards.
If I tell you
Yes.
what our next operation is, are you gonna let me live?
We could try. Give me some information and I think about it.
All right. Well, I guess that's my best shot.
It is.
Right. Well, tonight, right? There's this circus, okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the circus that's going on in the Stonewall Quarry.
Don't badmouth me.
So, what was that? What was it bad mouthing you? I'm sorry, Mr. I'm sorry, sir. Look, I just want you to let me go, alright? We've been tailing this seahorse guy, alright? This guy, he works up at the Skyport. I think he's quite important up there, but boss thinks that he was involved in the kidnapping and murder of Reynard Wallerman, right?
A seahorse guy.
Yeah. Blue kind of seahorse.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna ambush him. We know that he has tickets to the circus. We're gonna ambush him at the circus. We're gonna take him out.
Ooh, this sounds so stupid. I really know I am retired from this. Okay, this sounds really... Wow. Okay, that's very, very good. You did very good. I'm proud.
Are you gonna let me go?
Uh,
You said you would.
Another question. Have you any insight on what Reynard's plans were in the city?
And what Reynard's plans were?
Yes.
No, I don't think so. I think he was important to our plans, but I don't know what he was up. I don't know what he was doing. I wasn't privy to that information.
Well, jog your memory. I'll give you a little bit of time. When I
It was
come
like-
back,
I don't know
you have some
anything
information.
about that. I know what's going on now. I don't know what that was like months ago.
Yes. That's not long ago!
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, you tried your best.
Yeah, did it? Was it enough?
Oh god, this organization is going into the trash. This is not good. Okay, wait here for a second. Yeah,
I can't go anywhere else.
yeah, wait. Just shush, okay? Don't disturb me.
All right. Okay. I won't. Promise.
Yeah. So Kavapati goes out. He takes a while. He starts playing his violin a bit. It's quite beautiful. I mean, I don't know if the guy can really appreciate it in a moment.
Wait,
I
what?
hope he does.
What about performance role?
Oh, performance.
Hey.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Okay, give me.
Gotta make you roll something, I guess.
Nice. Where's it? Oh, that's really bad.
Really?
Amazing.
It was a 2, so it's a 9.
Okay.
That's woof.
Maybe it's like a piece that you've just started practicing. So it's like you're not quite up to speed yet with it.
Yeah, that wasn't as dramatic as I wanted.
No.
Well,
Now I hear like
Brilliant.
bad violin music in the background.
Yeah.
It's your arthritis. Every now and then it acts up a little bit.
Yeah.
So like that's just
it's
Or maybe you just put new strings on and it's not
Yeah.
quite.
yeah, it's not working.
It's a combination of all these things.
It's a combination.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Bad weather too.
whatever
The
helps.
bad weather.
The orc won't be able to tell.
Yeah, probably. So I shoot him through the door so he doesn't see me because that wasn't good.
Amazing. Oh, that's perfect.
No.
So, okay, amidst the violin music, he just
Yeah.
shot, fired, and
An evil group.
Do we have silence
It's
pistols?
already in the bathtub.
Yeah, I mean the mess.
Silence blended up.
yeah, that's
Silence
not
muskets
exactly
not a very
quite.
common thing.
The guy's still there. I will find.
Yeah, maybe Carl might have something to say there.
A lot of retired
Um,
folk like to
but there
complain
you
about
go.
noise.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you got a whole bunch of information
Oh yeah.
from this coffin agent. Is there anything else you want to do?
Well, I have a mess in my bathtub, so that's bad.
Yeah.
I maybe should clean up, but yeah.
Yeah.
Then I have to organize some tickets to the circus.
Mm, yeah.
Not quite sure how I do that. Who organizes the circus? Do I know? Is it like a city thing?
You can, yeah. So they'll be selling tickets. There'll be a place in this city that you can,
Okay.
yeah, that you can find that sells tickets.
Okay.
So you'll be able to tell where.
Okay.
You'll be able to find out where that is pretty easily.
Well, then I'm going to go and buy 2 tickets.
2 tickets.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Taking Carol with you. Is that what's there?
Yeah, sure.
Taking Carl with you.
Yeah, cool.
Perfect.
No.
Okay. So,
Sorry.
I hate that guy.
I shouldn't have assumed.
yeah. So you can organize some tickets. And yeah. Cool. We'll leave this scene and we'll go over to our last introduction here.
Oh, I'm so not ready for this.
Too early.
It's too early.
Too soon.
We
so...
we zoom in on another familiar place that we visited last season. Leo's dad's workshop.
What?
Balin Delonin, which I don't think we caught his name last time, but he did have a name. I just forgot it.
Yeah, he had.
And looked it up again. So there we go. So Franklin and Balin are in the workshop, just having a discussion.
What was his name again?
Phelan.
Okay.
Phelan is just like, well, Franklin, I'm so glad you came and visited us today. Here's my workshop. I have drawn up some schematics for these artificial wings that we can attach to you and potentially give you some capacity of flight.
Something is not like we've got some lines crossed here because I did not agree to get wings.
No?
No.
Oh, I thought you did.
We did have
must
some
have had a
brief communications, but wings was never discussed.
It was never discussed.
Literally not a single time.
Oh.
But keep trying. Maybe one of these days you'll get wings on me.
How was it? Was it ears? It was ears that we were talking about.
Well, yeah. Again, it was more of a hypothetical. Like I was being like, here, this is what you crazy scientists do. You put ears on the back of rodents.
So as you're kind of going back and forth here, you hear this like buzzing booming like sound, and this light appears in the middle of the workshop, and you just hear this kind of hum, this like, and this light grows brighter and brighter and brighter, and encompasses a sort of 10 foot by 10 foot sort of sphere of space, and then there's and Thalen is just kind of like totally bewildered, and there's this just kind of wind that's picking up in the workshop, it's papers scattering, things flying, and in a big flash and a boom of sound, of crackling energy, appears a figure. Would you like to describe your new character?
So before you see, in a very much not of this era, what we would know to be like a spacesuit looking thing, but clearly modified to be more of a time travel suit, is, yeah, just like, you know, like a NASA orange spacesuit, like a super classical 1999 orange ass spacesuit.
Right. Amazing.
Okay.
But it doesn't have an American flag on it. It has symbols on it that we are unclear and as of yet have not been discussed with anyone. And instead of a face within the visor, you just see a bowl of water.
Amazing. By Jove! What on earth has just happened? He turns to Franklin and just says, Franklin? Do you think this creature can understand us?
Is it a creature?
I'm not entirely sure. Is it a machine?
It looks like a suit with a bowl of water on its head.
Well, that's an apt description, I have to say. And okay, he turns to address.
Well, should we just keep hypothesizing our mind?
We could keep hypothesizing, I don't mind. Should we address whatever has just appeared in our midst?
Could do, but I feel like we were just getting started on what we were talking about. I mean, all of a sudden wings don't seem like such a bad idea.
I think that would help. I think the power of flight is underestimated.
It would certainly give me a leg up if I was ever to be as surprised as I am right now. What's going on?
All right. Why are you here? And addresses the thing that's just appeared in the room.
Oh.
Sorry, make you switch accents
Yeah.
in the scene with yourself.
Oh, all right, mate. How's it going?
It's going. How's what going?
I guess. How are you going?
I'm going, I guess. How are you going?
I don't know. This is just sort of how it goes. I'm just going. And the suit does like the robot.
Amazing.
I'm just going, bro. How are you going?
Well, he sort of mimics your movements.
Yeah, boy.
Is this a greeting in your culture?
Not really.
Oh, right. Interesting.
It just felt like the vibe.
Right. Well, I guess this is the vibe. Franklin, do you have anything to...
This dude seems legit. I ran his credentials.
You did?
In the
How?
last 13 seconds, and he seems legit.
Fuck. Alright, okay, so,
Oh, so wait, I can't just do a scene with Franklin.
you can do a scene with Franklin.
Okay, are you gonna cut from me to me?
Yeah, I'll like mirror it so you're on the other side.
Do you want me to?
Hey, switch.
Can I just say I'm so happy Leo's not here because that secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah, would have
killed
been.
him. Like just dead.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see if I can see what goes on out here. Oh, hey! What's going on here?
Whoa! Amazing.
Looks like a bowl of water here.
It's so
I've
accurate.
done several scenes with myself already. I think you can manage it.
Mate, you can just do it. I trust you fully based on these last two.
It's just on the last 2 seconds.
Perfect.
All right, okay. I was just having a conversation, and you just turned up out of nowhere.
Okay, I take it back.
Franklin rights have been detracted.
Yeah, no, that's happening.
Okay.
This is so shit. Okay. Oh, you're Franklin? I'm Franklin. Hello? Is anyone in there? It literally looks like a bowl of water. I'm genuinely asking if there is someone in there because I am confused. Oh, yeah, because I'm pretty sure it was like your grandson that sent me here. I don't know entirely why. That is literally the only thing. If anyone asks me anything other than that, I will not remember, I promise you. But I do remember that it was your grandson that sent me here.
Excuse me for interrupting.
Please.
Is there do you know how you got here or why you might be here? There seems to be a lot of different symbols on your suit that you're wearing here. There's yes, different symbols. There's one emblem I think I recognize. I mean, at least it looks to me like some sort of seahorse.
Oh, you mean the one that says N3DNIW?
Yes, I think that's it.
No.
There's nothing else that I recognize
Mate,
on your
I
suit.
got literally no idea what that means.
You don't know what-
We don't even need to go into that.
Right.
Yeah, no, just Franklin's grandson. You just sent me over. You should, yeah.
Over
So-
from where?
From, like, no, it was just from right here.
Oh, okay. Seems right. Well, I guess the question is, for when?
That is a good question. Well, if it's his grandson, so his grandson was pretty old as well. I don't know, to be honest, how rat folk age, but based on the general expressions of the people in the room, this is Franklin. He don't have a grandson now, but might do in the future, and in fact, well, yeah, this, in fact, brings up a whole bunch of questions, like, is it the many worlds theory of the multiverse? Or is this the universe in which Franklin's grandson sent back the child, and therefore Franklin must have a child and a grandchild?
Very interesting questions, if you ask me. What do you remember? Do you have a message? Is there some sort of reason
do
that you've been
I
sent
have
here?
a message?
In this particular time? In this moment?
That's an excellent question. I definitely do remember, like, there were guys around, and I'm pretty sure there was a message, right, that was, like, proper inserted into my brain, like, as
Right.
hard, like, okay, imagine torture, but, like, a step back from that, because it didn't seem cruel at the time, but honestly, I didn't know that much else other than that life until right this very moment where I'm, like, living inside a humanoid body, which is so wicked ass, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, up until that point, I was just like a little dude in a bowl, and I recognized like the outskirts of the bowl, and then I was just like always bumping into the outside of the bowl like every few days, you know what I'm saying? Like I knew what that way was and what that way was, and then I figured out that way, and then I just kept doing that and realized that it was probably like some sort of spheroid prison with which I was being kept.
Right.
And yeah, no, I think we tried to communicate. Like, my species, we're actually really, really small, right? But we are able to communicate, like, psychologically, like, telepathically.
Yes,
But-
there is no sound being generated.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm hearing you in my head.
No, I hear you as well in my head, bro.
Right,
That's
interesting.
crazy.
That's
so
fantastic.
crazy how that works.
And then he closes his mouth, and then he thinks, so I don't even need to talk.
Bro! You can't see it, but there's a small creature inside the bowl of water just clapping.
We like zoom in,
Yeah,
super
yeah.
zoom in.
The suit could clap quite easily.
The suit can clap, but the suit is
suit-
not clapping.
Got you, okay. Happy to the robot, no happy to that.
Yeah,
Cool,
exactly.
good, yeah.
What were we talking about?
Message.
Was there?
Oh, yeah, right. So, yeah, prison, it was a bowl of water. Franklin's grandson, he did tell me as much. He was like, here, you're probably going to bump into my granddad when you're down there. But I don't remember specifically. I think possibly they overestimated, like, not to put myself down, but I think they might have overestimated the amount of information that my tiny, infinitesimally small brain can hold. Like, I'm not dumb as a brick, you know what I'm saying? But I am as dumb as clay. The thing that bricks are made of, which is more versatile, but like it is also not that thoughtful, you know what I mean?
That's such a good line.
Yeah, it's either that or because I saw a bunch of other creatures that they were trying to teleport through time or transport through time. I did see a bunch of other guys. A lot of them were bigger than I am. Like, I think it could be something to do with my size that I was able to shift to a prior time. To be honest, I don't know. I will be 100% with you, bro, right now. Look at me.
Be 100% with me, yes, of course.
You just see the bowl of water making hands towards you.
Mimicking.
A bowl of water
hands.
just like looking right at you.
Yeah.
Look at me, bro.
I'm looking right. I think I'm looking at.
Look right
I'm not
into my eyes.
quite sure where your eyes are.
No, right here.
All right.
Right
Am I-
here.
Is it
bit
that-
lower?
is it
little bit
a
lower?
little bit lower?
Like a millimeter lower.
millimeter.
Oh,
I'm trying so
a
hard.
fraction of. Bro, you're so close.
Okay. Here.
Right here.
Do I have it?
Right here.
Is that there?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not moving.
What were we talking about?
I don't remember.
Here. You're so sand, by the way. I actually think you're.
I'm not
so
sure what that
sick.
means. I'm sound. I'm waves of in the air that communicates with another with our ears. To
Yeah,
hear.
exactly. We're
What's the
vibing.
sound?
We're
What's the sound
vibing.
I
It's
have?
just like
We're vibing. Right. I'm not sure what that means either.
the robot's just dancing. Yeah.
So, are you here for us to study you and learn about the future?
That's a great question. For starters, I have said so much so specifically about
Well,
the past,
Yes.
like about knowing this guy Franklin. that it feels really weird that you would say immediately this creature who has previously been studied and tortured, quote unquote, and imprisoned for probably a really long time, we should study him again?
I see.
I don't
Is
want
that a triggering phrase?
No triggers, bro. I'm chill, I'm la 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 la, I'm chill as fuck.
Alright. Okay.
But just chill out, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't need to be like dissect the frog as soon as you meet him.
Well,
The frog could be fucking sick, you know what I'm saying?
that's my go-to thing. I like to know why things function and how they function.
Yeah, but you can just chat to a guy and understand a little bit. Like, maybe a psychology course or like an empathy course would be good for you. I don't know, bro. I'm chill.
Is Franklin just standing next to that, thinking about that he will have a family?
Does Franklin have anything to say?
Franklin's like, yeah, this guy's fucking sick. Whoever brought this guy back from the future's fucking sick. It was my grandson, what's that? I'm sick, by extension. I'll allow it. Yeah, so his name's Ness.
Yeah, you got his name.
We should know it.
He puts a hand on Franklin's shoulder and just says, you could play him if you want. He just says, yeah. It was your research into quantum entanglement theory that helped your son get me back here.
Grandson.
Speechless.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and that is exactly how Franklin reacts.
Right, it's speechless.
And then he dedicates his life to
the
quantum
quantum
entanglement.
He just
Yeah.
very quietly
There we
walks
are.
off of stage left,
Exactly.
thinking about these things
100%.
without me having to impersonate Franklin at any stage.
Wait a minute. I think you might be reading that upside down. It's maybe not a string of letters and numbers, rather just letters.
Oh, so it's N-E-D-N-I-W. Ned knew.
Perhaps the reverse of that.
Huh?
The other way around? Maybe? Minden.
Winden.
Minden?
Wingdings.
Mate.
I don't know what that is.
That sentence is made up as about any other thing I've heard in this world so far.
Franklin, have you come across this name before?
You mean Ned knew? Yeah.
I'm trying really hard!
He used to hang out at Crickley's all the time. Ned knew he's a fucking freak, but on Saturday he is worth hanging out with, if you know what I mean.
Minden's probably never been to Crickley's in his life.
Love this style.
Oh, Minden. Oh, shit. He was really important in the last campaign. About 6 months ago, I had this campaign of adventures with a series of 5 other adventurers. And one of them dressed up as a seahorse called Minden. And I think he based that off a real person, but I'm not entirely sure. It could have been a persona, and if so, he's dead. No.
Well, that's helpful.
We need to get this back on the rails. We're so far off the rails.
Wait,
Oh,
I know that time.
mercy.
Let's
I think Franklin.
yeah, I'm
Let's wrap up.
I'm feeling it, but I don't know how.
I think Franklin would know that Minden worked at the Skyport.
Oh, really?
So I would think that Franklin could direct Ness to the Skyport if Ness wanted to explore that clue,
Yeah.
the only clue he has to why he might be here.
Yeah, that seahorse. Long story. My pal used to cosplay as him, and he had a lot of fun cosplaying. There were depths to the cosplay. You don't want to know, like, there was fan art and shit. It was pretty special, but
Did he like to cosplay as Minden, or did he like to cosplay as someone that Minden loved?
Oh.
well, he cosplayed as
more
Minden as well.
Yeah.
He was more Minden.
Both.
He also used to
more
cosplay as
time.
Minden's lover, and it got confusing because
He played both parts.
yeah. When we got back to the hotel, he didn't know which one to play. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah, the actual guy that he based the character of, worked at the Skyport. So if that's helpful, I'm gonna go work on quantum mechanics forever and never come back. Bye. And scene.
Well, no, I think we need to.
Done. We're done. We're done.
Franklin happens to have a ticket to the circus. Oh, let me go there first.
Well, right. Should I narrate it or should we play it out? Nez goes to the Skyport.
It's Ness.
Ness, sorry.
Thank you so much.
Not Nez. Ness. Ness goes to the Skyport to explore this clue. Finds out that Minden is going to be at the circus that evening.
They really easily hand over that information as
Well,
they're chatting to folk with
Yeah.
Spaceman. Hello. Where's your boss tonight? Oh, he's right there.
Should we play it? You want to roll persuasion for the reception of the Skyport to tell you where Minden will be.
Can I, before I do that,
Take my hand. You need some.
can I channel divinity
Sure.
to give myself a +5 to persuasion?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That would be 17.
17. Yeah. So they're gonna be. So the receptionist is an Aquarian. Somebody give me a fish.
Clownfish.
Climefish Aquarian at the
so
reception, and
Right.
is just saying, well, yes, sir. So you're a personal friend of Mr. Swervels?
You. Yes. I was a personal friend of Mr. Swivels.
So I can. So he's not in at the moment. They're Mr. Swervels and Mr. Williamson are on their way back from lunch, and they should be arriving this at any minute. But they will be attending the. They won't be here for very long. They're leaving early tonight to go to the circus that's performing at Stonemore Quarry. So if you would like to catch Mr. Swervels outside of working hours, then that is where you might find him.
That's wonderful. Do you have tickets to the circus?
I personally don't
Because,
sell the tickets. No.
well, no, but I just thought you might happen to have one handy because you were going to pop in. The circus happens but once every...
Well, no, every 5 years or so.
5 years,
It's
exactly.
not
So
that often. It's not
how could you not have a ticket
I'm
to
just.
the circus?
I have other plans tonight, unfortunately.
What are your plans?
Well,
don't know.
You're gonna go play with Carl.
Go on.
Is that?
Well, actually, me and my girlfriend are staying in tonight. We're having well, it's our anniversary, if I must be honest.
Oh.
Thank you for being honest.
Thank
Must you have been?
I
Must.
well.
What a strange way of wording that.
Mm.
Your anniversary, if you must be honest. Okay, I'm reading into things. I'm gonna go to the circus. Bye.
Have a nice time at the circus.
Thank you. See ya.
I hope you find Mrs. Williams.
Cheers. This
Goodbye.
is too many interactions.
I'm okay. What's this?
Okay.
I'm
Bye.
Sure.
This is a future thing. Sorry. Bye.
All right. Goodbye. And then starts to serve the next person.
Okay, we're now gonna roleplay him buying a ticket.
No, I think you're able to go and buy a ticket, and you can you have.
What am I buying
So-
it with?
Do you,
With sexual
With my electrum.
Franklin or Phelan could have given you some money if you did.
Could have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, does he understand the principle of buying things, or would he just go there, take one, and if he's lucky, nobody would notice?
Oh, is it a cashless system in the future?
No, it's not that far in
Credits.
the future.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Now we know.
Perfect. Okay. So
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
That was.
I mean, there was an experience.
that was
Yes.
the
I loved every second of
It
it.
was
I appreciate that.
amazing.
At least someone did.
I felt everything, like every emotion.
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
happiness, pain, sadness.
A little regret. A little regret. That's okay.
That's what I aim for.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so one way or another, we all find ourselves at Stravino's Sensational Spectacles Circus. In
Oh no, Alpha's just gonna stay at the
Stonewall
pub. He's...
Quarry. Sure, you can do whatever you want. Am I right in saying that? Did everyone had a clue about this?
Yeah, I wanted to go see
Well,
the
I
trapeze.
found her, of course.
Yeah.
And invited her to the circus.
Ah, okay.
It,
Yeah.
it,
Right, yeah, because okay.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Ness couldn't find any money, so he just waited outside for someone to leave midway through the show with a ticket and try and blag it off them.
Amazing.
Just every single person who left the show, he was like, "Here, can I have your ticket?"
Yeah, so basically it's this kind of big sort of amphitheater. Is that how you say that word? Yeah. Amphitheater that is these kind of stone steps that are like the kind of seats that go up at a slope in this big sort of semicircle, and there's all these kind of apparatus that have been set up in the middle, and lights, and there's like a kind of rudimentary sort of loudspeaker system that looks like these kind of megaphones on poles that have wires coming out that are going up to a sort of area with somebody with a microphone there who is addressing the crowd and is saying,
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to start in 5 minutes. If you would please all take your seats, and at the interval there will be refreshments being distributed amongst the audience. Now, ask you all to please be quiet during the presentation, during the show, during the performance, and I hope you all have a good
this will prick the announcer.
Is this will
That's Britt's cousin.
familiar.
Signs off from being the announcer.
Side job.
Exactly.
Does he
Absolutely.
does he have a send off? Does he say thistle? By the way, you guys say it was
You're looking.
Well, when he
Anyone's
comes round
hiding?
with the refreshments,
Amazing.
you'll see who it is. A kind of tall gentleman with a long red tailcoat comes out in a top hat with a big twirling moustache. Comes out and addresses the crowd and introduces himself as Valentin Stravino, who is the ringleader of the circus, and kind of introduces the first act, which is the trapeze. So it's these kind of air genasi who are kind of like swirling through the air and through the trapeze with seemingly no problems at all, and might be kind of aided by a sort of
Their magical nature.
well, yeah, exactly.
They can cast levitate once a day, and they're good.
Right, well, yeah. So it looks they're making a really good show out of it, but there's not really any sort of danger.
Mushu is cheering them on every step of the way,
Amazing.
louder than everyone else. And as soon as anything else comes on, I'm hating it. So, but definitely, the trapeze artists, perfect.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Elwin has the honor of hearing my running commentary, which will be very negative, and
Amazing.
will find everything very, very tacky and tasteless.
I must say, I didn't expect that you would take me here when you said that we had business tonight.
We're looking for a seahorse, that's all.
Are we?
Yes.
Why?
He might die.
Oh.
I don't want to see who does it.
Just see it, not prevent it?
That's so much involvement.
Is this about the coffin organization again?
Yes.
I was expecting that. Okay. We can watch, depending on the seahorse.
Good. It's still technical.
So, Minden and Percy are in quite a sort of prominent position with this sort of special sort of VIP area. Everyone make a perception check to see if you can spot Minden if you're looking out for him. Well, no, you wouldn't really.
I have no idea.
I don't think either of us have a clue.
That's a good point.
I definitely would. I
Yeah.
would also be looking for the other guy.
Yeah.
Would we recognise each other? Would that be a notable thing ever else? If you're
I
shouting
will.
really
For
loudly,
each other.
Well,
I know him, so
The guy that you overheard said something about seahorse. Yeah, the first thing he said, but maybe you would have just not picked up on that. I don't know.
Based on my blue seahorse tattoo, can I roll with advantage?
I suppose I didn't know shit.
On a perception check to find the
I rolled a
seahorse.
7 for perception. I don't
So
think I saw you.
fine, but I know that I'm looking for a blue seahorse.
I know you know it's blue.
Thanks.
Good dice.
I rolled a 17 to see if I can notice Jem.
Oh, because you guys know each other.
We know each other. Yeah.
That's true.
I rolled a 7. I did not notice him. Even
okay,
with
yeah,
this loud
you can notice-
shouting.
You can notice Jam, yeah.
So like the lion tamer's up at the moment, and I'm just like, oh, Jem! Hey! And I'm just gonna start walking down as if like the people around you don't matter. I didn't know you'd be at the circus.
Wait, it was Mushu.
I'm quite hurt by the way you said that. Hey, you got a better seat. Let me join you. And I'm gonna sit right next to you. Just
I
no
mean,
matter
someone
who's
was
next to you.
probably in that. But in you come.
No problem.
Good to see you,
No
lad.
problem. I'm gonna give you a
How's
wee
the
hard
How's the
magic.
7 Seas doing you?
They're doing well. The 75 children are all fed and taken care of.
Busy as ever here.
Busy as ever, definitely.
Add
All the
to
people
that number
around,
daily.
all the people around are getting so annoyed.
Yeah.
I was talking as loudly as possible.
Yeah,
So,
great.
I think probably Alvis would start explaining as many of the tricks as he can work out as well as he's
Oh
going.
yeah, great.
You see, like they're about to do that because you see
Oh,
that
no
bit of
way.
apparatus over there. Yeah, they got that going. That's
that's
fairly
so
simple
they can do
trick
that.
actually. It's a bit of a major illusion that they use, and alongside some
Wait, they're using
components.
magic?
Yeah, they are. Of course,
Oh.
they always are.
Can't trust a circus.
The
these days.
Eganassi, they were all about levitating. They weren't really in
Exactly.
any risk at
If
all.
there was a circus full of dwarfs, they'd be doing it proper.
I wonder how close we are sitting through that.
Yeah, I'm so
And if we
annoyed by
were
the
to
general
debate who killed
possibility.
them.
I only rolled a 10. I'm
Amazing.
so annoyed.
That's right. That's so good.
You were talking loud enough for them to hear. Yay!
Okay, so the next act that comes on is actually someone that you recognize, Elwin.
I got a 19 by the way. So
For perception.
perception.
Yeah, you managed to get a ticket off somebody, I guess. I'm getting, and yeah, you definitely notice Minden in the box with Percy, enjoying the circus excitedly and clapping for every year.
I'm at 17. Do I also know?
Yeah. So you guys will definitely see where Minden is at this point.
Good
Yeah.
job,
So the
me.
next.
Clueless that Minden's important.
The next
Oh,
act that comes on is someone that
thanks.
you will actually notice, Ellen. So it is actually Ease that comes on,
Oh.
and as her sort of red sort of tiefling visage sort of enters the scene as part of the circus and starts doing these sort of impressive like fire breathing moves where she's like blowing fire up.
Scorching Ray, I think. That's my best guess for that one, probably.
Darn ages.
Yeah, and then
I will not to you because, I mean, if I notice her, you know her, right?
Is
yeah,
she part of the organization?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you would know.
Yeah.
So
I think you would know.
I would just give you a nod, like.
So,
The question is if she.
and then there is there's a couple of halflings who are riding about on unicycles and juggling at the same time. So that's also part of it. And then there is
Disgrace.
Do I just use my racket boots to fly over to me?
And then there is also an earth genasi who is kind of like skin like cracked grey rock and is lifting these weights, these like classic sort of big black spheres on either side of like a long like kind of black stick, these weights that are like then like going like trying to like impress with how much weight he can lift and like dragging these concrete blocks across the ground in like these feats of strength to applause from the crowd.
I think if I see Ease on stage, knowing that I've been told that we will watch a seahorse die, and that it has something to do with the coffin organization, and since Ease was or still is part of the coffin organization, and I know it could be Minden because I've spotted him, I will get up and make my way closer.
My goodness, they're standing up right in front of the show. Can't see a single thing.
We're short over here, you know.
It's ridiculous. There's people of
We're not
different
a bit-
heights.
we're
Get
doing
out of
a
the way,
bit-
human.
Just
Oh, you're
be aware of the
sorry.
blocks that like a little bit shorter, you know. It's harder to see.
Come on, it's ridiculous.
Goodness
How,
sake.
how far away from me is Minden?
He's like quite
Um,
up, isn't he?
It's a kind of VIP area, so you're not allowed quite into
Yeah,
it.
but
you
how
can-
far away is it?
I mean, like, I don't know, 50 feet
50 feet in what direction?
left.
So, like, if I walked left for 30 feet and then flew for 20, I would be there, hypothetically.
Hypothetically. Yeah. So, okay, right, let me describe. So, okay. So there's like a tunnel, sort of gangway, that gets you into the seating area. That kind of comes out into the middle, and then there's like half of the seats on this side and half of the seats on this side. It goes quite far back, and then the gangway. There's only a couple rows in front of that before the stage. It's not quite a stage. It's just a big flat surface. This is like the old quarry where this amphitheater is. So it's all just kind of carved out of the stone to make this kind of big sort of arena area where this circus is being performed. And on the left side of the seats, there's been carved out this kind of raised sort of area where there's special seats for these kind of VIP guests who have a kind of raised view of everything that's going on. And then on the right side, there is a smaller sort of area over here where is the kind of commentator box that's rigged up to all the kind of things. So that's where the kind of this grip was. So you're entering to the gangway, and then you can you can see the VIP box over on the left side.
Okay. I activate my rocket boots and fly up to Minden.
Everyone sees this.
Yeah, I know it's kind of what perception.
It's quite obvious. But you can roll.
I'm not that
You can roll
perceptive.
that 20.
I rolled so bad.
Okay, let me
We all
roll
know those
2.
things.
Oh, does
Immediately
Minden
point out to
notice?
What?
11.
Minden.
I
What
have
is this
11
technology?
too,
That's-
but
How many people are in?
plus 6.
the
Well, we just need to
stadium?
I have
help me
eight.
out here.
pretty
Technology?
Look at that
So-
fly.
Like a couple
His
hundred.
boats.
Isn't that like a magic thing?
I would say
Like we just
like,
seem to use a magic. I think we're cross talking. Sorry.
maybe like 300, 400.
Maybe roll like 3 D100s to see how many
How many people
in.
turn and notice? Are you trying to be sneaky about it?
I'm not really.
No,
but
not really.
It's rocket boots.
Well, I'd
you can't
say-
be sneaky with rocket boots. Let's be honest here. Don't mind me.
It's making a loud noise.
I think you should roll a d20 to see how many people don't notice them.
I prefer that one. I prefer that one.
You're- that was in that one.
Yeah, so one person doesn't
So
notice.
just
It's me.
One guy.
And it's Minden.
And it's Minden has no clue that you're rocketing towards him, and everyone else is like, "What is going on?" But it is at this point actually that Minden does get up, and it looks like he's kind of leaving to possibly go and relieve himself.
Can he walk
Back
faster than a
into
rocket
the-
jump? With Ness.
30 feet around.
Oh, so that'd be
Yeah,
distracted.
you can-
Get you turn round, definitely.
You could probably get there first before he exits the seating area. You can intercept him.
Cool. I do that.
Oh, wow. What? Hello.
Hi. I'm really sorry. I don't mean to alarm you, but I've got this patch right here. It's a
Interesting.
picture that looks remarkably like you. I saw you in the crowd. I was at the circus, because who doesn't go to the circus
Well, it's
when
funny
it's
that-
here once every 5 years? You know what I mean? And I think it says Minden.
Wow. Well, that is my name, and I am a seahorse.
Yeah, look at the quality of that embroidery as
It's
well. Like
quite fantastic,
that's
actually.
not just happened in a day or anything. That's like a
Yeah.
high quality
Well,
embroidered patch.
all right. Well, look, I really need to go to the lavatory right now.
Oh,
but
I am so
come-
sorry. Please.
Perhaps we can discuss this further.
What at
Come,
the lavatory?
well, maybe you wait outside, and then we go back to my VIP seating area.
Yeah.
And you can sit with me, and we can figure out why you have my name on you.
Amazing.
That's quite bewildering. I'm not sure what to make of this. But I'm quite happy to discuss it further. But
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I really need to go.
No, absolutely, mate. You take a slash. I'll guard the door. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect. A guardian. Haha. All right. I think you guys kind of make it work.
Just pause it for a second. If you don't say "come with me if you want to live" at some point, I'm going to lose my mind.
Amazing.
What? It would be amazing in an Aussie accent.
Okay.
Callum, can you roll me one more perception check?
19.
19. Okay. You clock the guys that you met at the Crookley's, kind of lurking in the just at the entrance to the gangway.
I'll grab, like, hand immediately on Mushu's knee.
Hey, watch out! You might stab yourself. Be
No.
careful.
Those lads there, got your eyes on them?
Right, we're killing them, yeah.
One step backwards.
Right, okay.
One,
I
one
knew
step,
that
wait,
went like what?
one step back. Dodgy.
Dodgy.
Very dodgy.
Right, I'll keep an eye on them, yeah.
Dodgy connections.
Oh,
Dodgy plans.
right.
They're here. They're sneaky. Why are they being sneaky? That's the question you got to ask. Why they're being very sneaky. Wait, eyes are No, look at me. Mushu, look at me. We are the
Wait, slow down a little bit.
I'll talk a little bit slower, okay? Just
Yeah,
they're sneaky.
yeah.
They're dodgy.
Should we be sneaking?
That's step.
Okay.
We get there in a second.
Elwin, I want to go to you, please. I can't. This is too much.
Come on,
Don't know.
listening.
So
Break down. What's happening?
that pair, they're sneaky.
Yeah.
They're dodging attention. They're here for nefarious means. I'm not sure exactly what, but I'm on them.
One question. What does nefarious mean?
It means I offered them a drink at the pub and they said no.
Well, I would say no.
That's exactly what I asked. I was like, do you want to be friends? And they were like, no friends with you. Dodgy. Real dodgy.
Right. Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah. Dodgy.
Brilliant.
And if they're being dodgy, I mean, they might need someone to stop them being dodgy.
Okay.
Why are they being dodgy? Why are they being
Sound like a couple of BAMs.
I'm not sure what that is, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, don't kill them. What's-
Yeah, at least. We start with the eyes, okay? You use your eyes. But
Okay.
eyes
By
on
this
them.
point,
I'm
they've
gonna-
kind of travelled into the gangway.
Where did they go? Mushu, did you see where they went? I've lost them. I've lost track. Dang it. Where
not
did
the
they...
CT
Really
guy,
quite
but
loudly.
I got
Where
it.
did they go? Anyone see like a dodgy snake lad? Snake lad. I'm looking for a snake lad.
Brilliant.
Come on, party listening.
I did genuinely get a 23 for perception looking for them. So.
I mean, they didn't come out of the gangway, so you can assume that they went back inside, which, is also where Minden and Ness are heading. You guys.
Can I point them in the right direction because I'm dying already?
Well,
Yeah, you've been hearing all of this.
Kavbati, you might actually recognize these people.
Oh, do I?
So yeah, I would say that you do recognize them, and you do know that they're from.
Okay, then
as
I
well.
point them in the right direction.
So then, do you guys want to?
I got up,
Yeah, she's gone.
and
Yeah.
I got up before the rockets took
Yeah.
off.
True. So do you meet
I
Minden
probably
and Nez
followed-
before?
I must have noticed that where
Yeah. So you're at Minden
Oh, they
and
left.
Ness.
and seen this weird astronaut.
Yeah.
thing
Did
outside
you
of the men's
intervene, or are
bathroom.
you just standing
No,
back
just-
a little bit?
I'll just wait and watch.
Okay, so they're heading towards the gangway out to where the toilets are.
We gotta get to the Minden. Let's come up. Mushu, let's go. Come on.
You guys are following those guys, and are you also following?
He told us.
Yeah, I'm like that way. They went.
All right, come on, let's go.
Yes.
We'll grab you by the hand and start pulling you over.
Please.
Come on.
No. I come with them, but I'm like, no.
Just. Sorry, your voice still throws me off.
I
I'm already tough enough with this.
So
Why would we take no person? Like,
That's actually a fair question. Sorry. You're welcome to come if you want.
sorry.
I got caught up in the moment. You know, there's a lot going on. We're all okay. We're gonna make it through. I'm sure of it. We can do it. We can do it.
I need you right
We
now.
do it. Yeah, we can do it.
Oh.
How many beers did you have at Prickly's before you came here?
He's a dwarf, he can handle it. Don't worry, I found my accent a little bit again. We're all good. Why are we taking the ocean? Yeah. Who come with us? Come on, well, let's go. You know dodgy people, we need to find dodgy people. Good, let's go.
Fine, go. I might be following. Maybe.
okay. So
Yes,
you might be.
I'm coming.
You are, but like a distance behind.
Make sure you're not
I
going
want. I want distance.
Okay, so Minden is in the men's room. Nez is waiting outside, and you guys are all kind of coming down the corridor. And there are 3 other individuals: the 2 lads that you saw in Crickley's, and the one that was tailing Minden.
Do I know all of them? That guy.
That's the thing. Would you know the guy that I threatened?
So basically, this is a kind of long, kind of stone corridor that's been kind of carved out of the stone here. This is all like, this is the old quarry, so this is just where they've kind of carved through and made these sort of tunnels behind the amphitheater. Yeah, there are these rooms that they've converted into these sort of toilets, these bathrooms. So, so you guys are all kind of seeing each other for the first time, but there's also, I'm not sure what the order of people are coming down the corridor here.
I don't know, we're being sneaky in this.
We're not being taken. We're very.
We are
slow.
running.
I think it's
Excuse me, can you move out of the way?
2, 3,
We're just living.
4.
Yeah, I think Ness and
No
Minton
way.
were first. Then it was maybe the two lads.
Well, I thought Elwin.
No, the two
Oh, right,
guys
got you,
that
got
we
you.
found
Yeah.
in Craigslist.
Yeah.
Then I think the guy that you saw tailing Minden earlier in that large square is coming the opposite way down the corridor from everyone else. He was already there, and then it's you two, and then it's you were a
Everyone's
bit
ahead of us.
further ahead.
Mm.
You're ahead of them, and you're behind
I'm
them.
in the back. Yeah.
All coming together.
It's all coming together.
We're leaving him to deal with it all.
That's fine. That's what I'm made for.
Yeah, exactly. I've got high
So-
hopes for this bowl of water.
So the two guys, the two kind of shady looking dudes, look like they're going to kind of enter the bathroom after Minden past you.
Aye.
Do you let them in, or are you gonna say anything?
I say, here, I'm so sorry, guys. There's actually someone in there, and he had a really rough lunch. I wouldn't normally warn you, but he's not a normal guy. Do you know?
What are you, some sort of bathroom guardian,
No,
bouncer?
I just have a friend in there that I'm really worried about.
Well, I need to go. So does he.
So the ladies' room is just here, and there's a disabled
Well,
toilet. We're
we-
very progressive.
Wait, ladies.
And
We're going in. We're going in
Wait.
here. All right.
wait, can we prove that? Can you like?
So as you're kind of having this discussion,
Sorry.
who was the next? Who was the
I'm
next
so
people to
sorry.
arrive?
It was Elwin and the other person.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Elwin. Yeah. You're kind of arriving at this point, and the other dude is coming down the corridor. He's kind of stopped, and he's just kind of leaning against the wall,
Can
kind
I
of trying to hide his face.
can I reach into my suit and just pull out a bottle
Yeah.
and just say, here, if you're desperate, you can use this bottle. I'm not letting you in. I'm
He-
so sorry.
Whacks it away from your hand.
Do I recognize the guy from earlier?
Roll a perception check.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, 100%. You
Okay.
can tell it's that same guy.
I am just myself. I am not wearing the hat.
Okay,
So,
so he doesn't he doesn't
Yeah.
know. Yeah. Okay. They're gonna try and charge into the bathroom. Are they? Can they charge past you?
Can they roll against me? Like, can I roll a persuasion check to make them stop?
Persuasion. I think you're gonna have to physically stop them. So I think you would have to roll.
Intimidation?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just love how they've got no questions about the fact that this guardian of the toilet is a.
with no face.
That's a good point. There's no face. 14. I think you're gonna have to do some sort of.
I mean, I'm gonna fight them if they're coming into the toilet.
Yeah.
If they get too close to him, I will get up there as well and try
Okay.
to keep them out.
Okay. What's everyone else kind of feeling at this moment?
Well, when we go in the corner, we see the
An
two
argument
guys
going on at the
pushing
front
into
of
this
the
guy.
door of the toilet.
Here, ain't that the guy with the rocket jump thing? Isn't that the mage that could jump in the air with flames and that? and those BAMs are trying to get him. I think we fuck him up.
Maybe let's see what's going on. Okay.
I
Always get to
step
slow me
up
down.
to
To Ness?
Ness
Sure.
and say to the other one, "Are you arguing with an official toilet guard? Can't you tell, clearly? Look at that bowl. There's water in it.
Toilet water.
Clearly a mechanical toilet guard. Leave him alone." What do I roll?
Persuasion?
It's a 5.
A 5. Okay, they just look completely like you're just insane.
It's okay. It's okay.
It could have worked. It could have worked.
No, it couldn't.
I'm ready. When you want me, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Moochie, we're paying attention, but so far all I'm seeing is some folks that need the toilet and someone that doesn't want to let them into the toilet. Like, there's times to kill people. This might not quite be at that level just yet, but we're suspicious.
I'm holding my weight.
Suspicious. That's what you're holding in your brain. Suspicious. Not deaf. Suspicious.
So we question them.
So okay, they are gonna charge. They're gonna charge you, Ness, and try and get into
More
the
suspicious.
They're gonna just shoulder barge and just
I
really
can't
try and get
Can
back.
I
really
cast
need the
full
toilet.
person on both of them?
Yes, fair. I've done a lot of bad things. with the toilet.
Yes. And I think once this comes to actually casting spells and doing stuff, I think we're gonna have to roll initiative here. And I think we are going to pick this fight up, next time in the next session. So,
That's another
what did you guys roll?
That's another nat 20, by the way.
A nat 20?
That was a 6 total.
6.
Oh,
I got that one.
Nat 1. Amazing.
9.
A 9.
17.
17 is not bad.
21 in total.
Okay, so we will pick this up next time. Can our I want to say heroes, but I don't.
Band of Misfits.
Can our band of misfits protect Minden and save him from these nefarious individuals who seemingly work for the Coffin Agency? We'll find out next time. All right.
Next time on Atlantia.